Hey guys, it's your boy Naruto back with another video, and today I'm joined with.
X Anime Rage X. Hey, what's good, everybody? I'm going to be your personal side co-host narrator for this video. And who's going to be the second co-host? Might as well introduce yourself.
It's your boy Naruto.
Yep. So, for this story, this is essentially Nami Rubber Band's story of his narrative for things that he wouldn't mind getting added for the story of Naruto. And this is going to be in the generally styled what if. So I'm going to start it off, and he's going to pick up a bit after me, just for it to seem more flowy. Anyway, without any further ado, I know y'all got their chance to spend up a goldfish, so let's get on with it. So, we're starting off this story in the Mist Village. This takes place a little while before the narrative of the part 1 happening. It's a little bit before that. So, everything is for the most part the same, except for this village, there was this clan called the Shadow Fang clan. This clan was one of the more ancient clans to exist in Naruto. Like, they're almost as ancient as the Sarutobi to the Senju clans in terms of how old they've been around for. And what made these clans so unique is that these clans were responsible for the actual Snake Sage existing. Like, they're the reason why they're around. So, since the Snake Sage is native from their land, people from all across the globe, across the elemental nations, will go to the Mist Village specifically to train themselves in the art of Snake Sages. But here's the problem with that. The people who be associated with this were very stingy about who they don't want to be working with them. So it literally turned into a whole war between the Mist and a whole bunch of nations because, well, this clan is very stingy about who they do want and who they don't want, learning their secrets and stuff. So eventually time has passed and everyone else around them has evolved to where they can handle themselves. But only they are the only clan in the Mist to stay pretty much the same. And with all that happening and stuff, and they're realizing that, look, this clan is powerful. Don't get me wrong. It's very, very powerful. But it's like, they're not doing anything innovative or anything. They have stayed the same for the past 50 years. And so, with that, the Uritsukage, she is being nice with them about it and just puts it out in front of them saying, hey, it would be beneficial for you and your clan to move into a nicer area. Essentially a nice way of saying, get the fuck out. So, they're being stingy with it. They're like, no, we don't want to leave. And so, she's trying to be nice with it until the guards have to, like, force them to leave, which, hey, doesn't end well. And so, they're being stubborn, sticking their foot down, being like, no, we are not leaving. And so, with that, May essentially has no choice but to use lethal force to make them leave. And so, with everything going on, the war between the Snake Sage clan and essentially everyone else in the Mist Village, essentially got so toxic to the point to where they have killed everyone except one individual. And I will pass it to you.
Damn it! When did this war just came out of nowhere? Shit, my arm. I gotta get out of here. I can't die like this. I have to keep running. I can't look back. But it hurts like hell. I think my arm is eviscerated. But I gotta keep pushing. I'm losing a lot of blood. It's pain is unbearable. Hey, I think it's one of them over here. Let's get them. Shit, they hear me. Gotta move faster. Gotta push my body. Gotta keep going. Don't stop, Ryuga. Keep pushing yourself. Right. Let me try to compress my chakra. Maybe they won't notice me. But I have to get away. I pass it back to you.
So, as you are running through the forest, you get tackled by one of the people chasing you. And with you biting him, due to just pure adrenaline kicking in, your Keikai Genkai activates. As your fangs elongate, as you bite this guy dead in his neck. Kind of like pumping, well, at this moment, pumping more venom in him than a rattlesnake could. So of course, that's gonna mess him up. As he's screaming, blood is trickling down, the neurotoxin is kicking in, and before a minute even passed, he's dead on the ground. As if it already wasn't enough that you're bleeding, covered with mud, or blood, now running, your arm hurts, and now you just caught your first body. All this is going off in your head as just off of alone, that's what the Keikai Denkai interacting with your adrenaline. Think of it like how Bane's abilities were, where he uses venom as a fuel for adrenaline boosts. So he's running a good mile out until he sees a symbol or a banner with the symbol of a leap on it. As he's just saying, I'm finally here. As you just pass out. As there's a whole bunch of people circling around like, what happened? Like, who is this child? Where did he come from? As they're like, enough with that. As everyone's circling around him, as they just say, as one of the Ambu kind of like tells him to rush him to the hospital as fast as humanly possible. So one of the medics there, they get a stretcher out for you as they lay out on the stretcher as they go to the hospital. As all you just hear is saying, hey, don't worry, son, you'll be fine. As you just pass out. And I'll pass it back to you.
What's going on? Where am I? I'm in a room? In a hospital? What exactly happened? As I try to get up from the bed, as I walk towards the door, I begin to try to open it. As one of the nurses fly through the room and say, hey, you have to lay back down. You're not ready to move yet. Your organs is torn. Your arm is not in good condition. We can't let you open up your blood valves again. What? Can you explain what's going on? I was just in the middle of a fight and a war broke out. Why is it so calm? Where am I? That makes a lot of sense given your condition. Well, kid, you're in Konoha right now. Konoha? Wait, you're telling me I traveled all the way from the mist to Konoha? Yeah. As I go back into the bed, as I think, I really am a survivor, huh? As I fall back into unconsciousness, as I begin to fade into my dream, as I pass it.
Okay, so we cut to this dream sequence as you are currently just laying down on the ground. And all it seems like is just, it looks similar to the mist forest. As now your survival instincts are now kicking in, as you are now running away from a wild serpent running after you. Well, I guess slithering after you. It can't really be run, but it's essentially chasing you. And as it's chasing you, you try to hide behind a tree, but since snakes have, thermal vision, there's no good time to hide. Especially since you're running, your heartbeat is going even faster. And so this thing wraps around a tree and just looks at you. As when you're just like, you know what, just kill me already. But one thing you didn't expect the snake to do is that the snake wraps around you. Not in a constriction, I'm trying to kill you type of way, but more in a I'm trying to comfort you type way. As you realize that for a cold-blooded creature, this snake is really warm. And it getting, vibes back to your family before all of this has broke loose. The whole sensation of, a really cold day up in the freaking lake, even though it's cold, cold. And, moms who put the blanket around. All of that is just hitting back home. And after this is going on, all you're just hearing is a voice saying, hey, it's time to wake up. Wake up. As you now break from consciousness as someone is trying to wake you up. And it's the Hokage, Hiruzen. As he personally came in to check on the development of your now, health. As they can see that the once cuts and scars on your arms, on your arm, has healed at an accelerated rate. Faster than a healing man could probably do you. As they're just looking at it, as Rory's just are you alright? As you're looking around, examining the scenery, as you're that's right. They're gone now. Everyone's gone. As Hiruzen, he doesn't know how you feel, but he can tell by the look on your face. He knows what that feels like. The loss of family members, friends, that's the type of pain you can't just say, oh, we'll be alright to make someone feel alright. So, I was just hey, how about once you heal up, let's get you out of here. As you're saying, well, where am I supposed to go? Where am I to go? I don't know nobody here. This is a whole new village. This is a whole new scenery. And so it was just well, for a month so you can get back on your feet, you can chill with me and my man for a while. As your eyes are both, are you sure? He's yeah. As you're just wow, this type of hospitality is very different from the Midgard, I'll tell you that. So, you, alrighty then, I'll take you up on your offer. Is that great? It's oh, Americans, give him another shot, just to give him more energy for the day. As the lady with the syringe tries to walk up to you and inject you with something, and that just triggers your PTSD, making you flip all over the place. As Bruce's alright, calm down. It's fine. We're not here to hurt you. You're in the hospital. We're here to do the opposite. Trying to help you, not hurt you. So, after your eyes went from being dilated, slitted like a snake's, it goes back to normal. As it was see, we're not here to hurt you. Will you please let her do her job? As Hiruzen can still tell that you're shaking, but the lady there, she's pretty confident. And with a syringe giving you more energy for the day. So the rest of the day is just you getting used to walking around the village. And after a day of doing that, you head to the Hokage's manor. And I will pass it back to you.
Fine. I'm just have a fear of needles. Oh, is that so? Don't worry. You be fine. So I'm like, well, can you just get it over with, please? No problem. As the nurse, gives me the needle. As Hiruzen, he wants to ask me a couple of questions. Follow me, young one. We gotta head to the Yeah. I'm still, mind boggled that I walked and ran to Konoha from the mist. That's quite the feat, kid. It normally takes a person 4 days to get over here, but you did it in the span of 2, because we was not expecting a visitor. As I'm like, yeah, unfortunately, my clan and my nation got into a war. You say clan. What clan you're part of? Well, first, let's go into the office before you say anything. As I walk into the office, as I see a Leaf Ninja around the age of 25. As he's like, who's the little one? The name is Ryuga. Yours? Awesome. Nice to meet you. Well, you already here. Let's have a seat and let's talk. This is my grandson, Kanamaru. Well, you already heard my name, kid. He knows Ryuga. But you can call me Rai for short. Really? Yeah. Don't worry about it. As, Kanamaru leaves the room as Kazuma and Hiruzen, we had to have a talk. As I'm like, it's about my clan and where I'm from, huh? I bet y'all consider me as an enemy right now. You could say that, but given the situation that you're in, clearly you didn't come here to attack us. So what exactly happened in the mist? As I pass it back to you.
It's still relatively a fresh wound, but I don't want to explain it right now. So, essentially, my clan was in a war with the mist. And with us being in war, well, it's mainly due to because, my family are the original creators of the Snake Sages. They have been creating them with their own chakra. And since that is the originator, a lot of people would come to the mist because, they're people who want to become sages, which I had no problem with that. But my parents, they were very picky about who they wanted it to be, naming off all these type of requirements that they know nobody could realistically have. So it was like, you don't mind me asking what are these requirements? As you're like, their requirements sounded like a freaking My Creator build. They wanted you to be this amount of height, needed this amount of chakra, needed this amount of reserves, needed this and this and this and this and this. Essentially restricting it so that only the bare minimum amount of people can get it. But since a lot of people come there, it becomes an issue. But as time went on, and other clans have been improving their own Genkais or Dojutsu abilities, and now that the Toad Sage exists and slugs, and practically any animal you can think about practically has their own Sage variant, there was no real reason for people to go to the Mist Village for the Snake Sages. So everyone started getting better, improving their own abilities rather than relying on Sage Jutsus to get stronger. But for my clan, they have stayed pretty much the same for the past 50 years. So when everyone else is evolving around them, they have stayed exactly the same. There has been no progress at all. And so May, or well, my former Kage, decided to put it out in the most nicest way humanly possible. She normally does. She just told us to, hey, it might be beneficial for us as the clan if we move to a more broader area. Essentially a nice way of saying leave. So my clan didn't take too much kindness to that, and so, well, it broke out into a war because they didn't want to leave. And now, as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I am aware of, they're all dead, but they're still around. So I ran away. Ran away far away. Well, I ran pretty far. I'm in Konoha, but I wasn't aware of it. I just kept running. I didn't care which direction I went. I just kept running. And I got stopped by somebody, as Shinobi from the Mist, as he tried to let out my location. But I took one of his kunais from his pouch and stabbed him in his leg, and then bit him in his neck with my Keiga Genkai. As they're like, wait, you have a Keiga Genkai? I thought your thing was sages. As you're like, yes and no. Well, yes, we are the originators of it. We're not inherent with Snake Sage Chakra. But for what we can do, or what we really can do, is our Keiga Genkai allowing us to control venoms, either through our teeth or just via controlling it like it's an elemental. As they're like, well, do you mind if I get a demonstration? Just a test to evaluate how good you are with it so far. As you're like, already, but it's like the bare minimum as of right now. And I'll pass it back to you.
So, let's see. You happen to have any livestock, like a rabbit or anything like that? Well, I need a test subject to show you how my Keiga Genkai actually works. Sure. As Hiruzen summons a snow bunny, right? So I'm like, good. As I pick up the rabbit and I say, nothing personal, rabbit, but I gotta show my demonstration. Trust me, your body will not go to waste. As I bite down on the rabbit, as I let the rabbit go. As the rabbit looks like, it's just a little bit shocked that it got bitten, but it looks fine. As Hiruzen's like, what exactly what you did to the rabbit? Just give it 5 more seconds. As the rabbit starts to jump around like crazy in a panic. As 3, 2, 1. As the rabbit drops dead. See, my venom works neurological. It pumps out throughout the whole body, shutting down every organ till there's none left. In that case, that's only a little bit of my venom. If I wanted to, I can drop an elephant. As Hiruzen is shocked. Really? That's quite the Keiga Genkai then. As I walk over to pick up the rabbit and I seal it away, I will eat this for later. Like I said, I won't waste you. So, what did you think of my Keiga Genkai? It's quite the force, isn't it? Yeah, it's quite interesting way how you use it. Most Keiga Genkais are more lines of jutsu based, but yours is instinct, like I say. Yeah, but if you want a proper demonstration.
And so you're like, alrighty, is that all we're doing for today? As it was like, yes. We will give you more questions, but we don't want to overload you. As you're like, okay. So what exactly am I going to do now? As it was like, well, you can chill in the Hokage Manor for like a month. After that, we'll get you your own footings and where you have to go to. Because within a month, the academy will be open. And how are you? 12. Yeah, you're perfect for it. You're perfect for it. So you'll be roughly put in with the 12, making it 13. But I'm sure they don't mind. One more. So with everything going on, you getting a little bit of training from both Asuma and Illusion, but nothing too crazy. Just some basic Taijutsu and Shuriken training. And after that, it's time for the day, Swagged out, looking nice, Put on the freaking Konoha Shinobi 12s, walking into the area. As you're looking up at hold this one, bro, too. As I'll pass it back to you.
Well, let's see what they have to offer. As I'll walk in the room, as I scan the room, as I see, interesting. As everybody's curious about me. They never seen me before. I'm a new face around here. As the girls, they look at me and they're like, wonder who he is. It's not for Konoha. But then you start to hear whimpering around the room, and everybody's like, ain't that the kid that was found bleeding outside? Yeah, now that I think about it, that is him. As I take a seat, it's like, I don't have to whisper, I can hear y'all. As they kind of turn cold, as they turn around and just pretend they didn't even hear what I said. I'm not scary, guys. I don't bite. As I see somebody reminds me of myself a bit. It's kind of cold and chill. So I'm like, I think I'm gonna hang out with him. As I get up and walk over, as I take the seat next to him, so I say, the name's Ryuga. What's yours? I see strong, recognize strong. The name's Sasuke. As everybody's shocked, Sasuke talking to him? He gives everybody the cold shoulder. As I pass it back to you.
So, with y'all talking, going back and forth, as Sasuke, I heard you lost your clan. As he's saying it quietly, he ain't saying it out loud. As Sasuke he says, hey, just to be sure you're not the only one, man. So, hey, but don't let that stop you from getting strong, When it comes to Shinobi, strength is your weapon. Your tolerance to pain just proves just how strong you are as a warrior. You can get back from any injury. So, we're like, thanks. So, with everything going on, Naruto, he is the last person to make it into the classroom. And the whole movie just is like, oh, this nigga Naruto. And so, Iruga's like, Naruto, just sit down so we can start class. He's like, alright. So, he sits down. Everyone just, this nigga. But anyway, I'll pass it back to you.
As y'all guys can tell, we have a new student here. Let's give y'all a little backstory about him. You wanna come up and tell your backstory a bit? I'm like, that's quite blatantly bland, but I'll just go with it, whatever. As I do a flip from where the seat that I'm at. Nice to meet all of y'all. The name's Ryuga, but you can call me Rai for short. I come from a clan, the Shadow Fang clan. As you can see, my teeth is extremely elongated, like fangs. was born this way. There's no modifications. Um, as what I can do with these teeth, well, I have a special Kenka Genkai, Venom based. As everybody's intrigued, Venom? Wait, you're telling me you can inject venom into people like a snake can? Precisely. As I open up my hoodie, as you can see a little snake come out of it. This is my friend. His name is Toothless, and someday he's gonna grow into a 50-foot long snake. As everybody's like, whoa, are you for real? You telling me something that small can get that large? Yeah, but it's gonna take him a long time to get there as I give him a treat. But yeah, that's all y'all needed to know about me. I'm not gonna drag on the personalities as I do a backflip back into my chair. As I pass it back to you.
Alrighty. So he hops back in his seat, sits down, and so with everything going on, the main focus has just been thinking about how you want to situate yourself in this type of scenery. Because to you, this is practically the exact opposite than this village was. So, with that first day, perusing, Iruka and basically walk in as his assistant. As alright, we're going to go outside and test how y'all training was and evaluate y'all from y'all skills prior to the game. So everyone, they all go outside as they're all practicing certain training regiments. And out of all the people there, Naruto, he like eyeing you up. And you like, you got something in your eye? Or you just like staring? And Naruto's like, you think you're all tough because you're the new guy, huh? The whole town's been talking about you. And you're like, really? I didn't think I was that big of a deal. He's like, well, it's pissing me off. I'm going to prove you ain't all that by kicking your ass right here, right now. As you're like, are you sure? As you're looking at Iruka, he's like, sure, okay. But it has to be in a ring, though. So the ring is set up as Naruto and you get into a fighting stance. Well, you're in an actual fighting stance, but Naruto, he's just putting the whole dukes up, standard. As we're just ready, go. As I'll pass it back to you.
As he tries to hit me with a random attack, which I sideswipe immediately, tripping him on his feet. I'm like, you can't really come at somebody like that in a middle of a fight. You got too many wide openings. As I say, like this, as I punch him straight in his shoulder, knocking him and making him stumble on his feet, making him spin around. As I go for a low sweep, as Naruto slams his face right on the ground. Like I said, you had too many openings. As Naruto's like, oh, it's cheap and fight me head on. As I say, no. As ninjas, we don't fight that way. We stay secrete. As Naruto narrows his eyes, as I move so fast where I hit him with a hand, sending him flying. As I'm like, you had enough? As Naruto is clearly seeing the ducks fly around his head. As they call the match. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Hitting you, I took more damage hitting you than you took damage from getting hit by my hand. Shit, my hand hurts. What are you made of? As I pass it back.
Alrighty. So after that's going on, everyone, they just left Naruto laying there on the ground. I feel like, damn. It's like cold turkey for this guy ever since he showed up. Mm. So, pick him up, carry him to the med center, because I felt like they would have that in case the kids get hurt too bad. So, with all of that happening, we time skip all the way to the end of the year. And everyone, for the most part, their teams will be slightly altered. And so the way I'm doing this for a team guy, it's Rock Lee, because of course we're going to need Guy and Rock Lee together. Like, that works like him and cheese. Then there's Shino and Ino. As she mentioned, like, why the guy go with freaking Bug Boy? Shino, he don't really care about that. So yeah, they did. And so for the next team, it's Neji, Choji, and Hina. And their team and instructor is going to be Kakashi. And for Team Kuronai, her team is going to be Kiba, Sakura, and Sasuke. As Kiba, he kind of a little bit salty, but he's like Sakura. She's just happy that she's on the team with Sasuke. She don't really care what group number it is. Then for the final team, it's Shikamaru, Tenten, and Ryuga. For Team 7. As they're like, wait, what? I never heard of it before, man. Do it before. They're like, well, since he's new, we kind of have to change up the rules at the last second to fit him in. So, yeah. So, Team 7, 10, and Kuronai, they all leave out. And the only thing that's left is Team 3, waiting for Kakashi. And I'll pass it to you.
So, we walk outside as I'm just strolling along with my team. So, kid, what is your dreams and what is your goals in life? As I'm like, well, for one, not a vengeful person per se, but I do kind of, what do I want to do? As Asuma is like, you don't know what to do, huh? Yeah, I'm kind of just stuck. Like, I am mad what happened, but I don't want to seek vengeance. Because being vengeful is not it for me. I don't roll that way. But I do want to put that Kage back in her place. So, kid, that you could start a war like that again, huh? Yeah, I know. But her shutting down my people like that was just uncalled for. And frankly, cold. So, the only way I could change that is to get strong and powerful. So that way, I can rule the Mist region. Not rule it in a Iron Fist type of way, but help my people back to their former glory. So, you don't believe they're all gone, huh? No, I don't. I have premonition. I know my clan know how to survive. They wouldn't be wiped out that easily. But as I know as right now, I could be the only one that's alive. But I don't want to think that way. As Asuma smacks me on my back. Damn, kid, you got a lot on your mind. You sure you're 12? I guess you can say that. As, everybody else is like, damn, that's cold. Well, welcome you with open arms in Konoha. You don't have to go back if you don't want to. Yeah, I appreciate that. As I pass it back to you.
Okay, so they're asking everyone else, right? The next person is Tenten. As she just explained, simply put, I want to be known across all the elemental nations as the best weapons. I want to learn how to use every weapon created in mankind. I want to be able to know how to use any weapon, regardless of how difficult it will be. I want to be the one to figure it out. Wow. Okay. Nice. Shikamaru, right? He's like, yeah. What do you want to do? He's like, well, to be honest with you, I don't really want to do anything. He's like, but you did assign here. He's like, yeah, because my IQ is too high. Even if I try to fail, I will autocorrect myself. He's like, okay. Wait, why are you even here? Because if I'm not here, my mom will beat my ass. He's like, fair enough. With the blonde hair. As Naruto, you know, he had practically his same reason he wants to be Hokage. As, you know, also, you know, he ain't gonna lie, he kind of likes Naruto, you know, since he literally just reminds him of Konohamaru a lot, of how loud, obnoxious, but you know, you can tell what they're talking about comes from a good heart. And so, with all that going on, he's like, alright then, meet me tomorrow in this exact same spot for our training session. As Asuma kind of body flickers out of there. And pass it back to you.
But guys, I hate to do this to y'all, but I gotta end the video here. So please let us know if you want part 2. It's been your boy Nami Rubber Bands, and
X and A Rage X.
We are out. Peace.